Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is okay. And today I'm gonna try uh, a landscapes painting from a photo. I can show you a little bit of it on my screen behind that, but I have to rearrange my stand of my so that you can also see it in the whole uh, thing. So now we are going back in here, and about this line here will become a bit of the skyline, and in here I get um, also my my mountains from about here to this area, a bit up like that. I hope it is a little bit visible, but it is a silver uh, uh, pencil from Brownzale. So, and this is about the mountain part, because in front of this you get another layer because of the trees that are coming in front of it, and there are coming trees also in here. You get your distant water on the horizon. Um, in here, the trees are rising from here up here. So this is the farthest point. About there. And this will go a little bit that way. And then we got another layer in here also with some trees. That's that part. I can do that later, but first I want to do the top of the painting, the sky. So in a little lid of a cup, I have some poster paint, white poster paint with retarder to block in a bit of that sky, where the sky will be. Look, you can see the pencil, the silver pencil is going a little bit darker now because it's coming in contact with moist of the top layer. And I left that one in there so I can take out some article. I have some new colors of paint also. My hubby gave it to me. A little bit of that blue, turquoise blue. And he gave me new colors from Lucas. There's a mauve. It's a bit of a purple, purplish color. And because of the top of the sky, there is a little bit of a purple in there. It's not purpley, but it's a dark purple. And he gave me some new greens yesterday. This one, it's a very big bottle of acrylic paint, a mid green, a Verdi Medio. It's a Daily Rowley. It's 750 mil. And that's beautiful for my trees and my grasses. And I get it, Verdian Phalo. And he gave me to highlight and up your trees. He gave me a farn. Yes, it's a yellowish green. It's a very nice color. and a bit of mint green, menta. And oops, and for my mountains, I get 3 different colors: an burnt sienna, and a raw sienna, and ochre brown. They are nice colors. They are complementing each other. So, and in that I can do also some greens of grays, different kinds of grays. I have to put some paint on my palette to get started. So I hope I can enjoy you today, because I think there are a lot of people that are stuck in their home. I'm stuck in my home too, because I was not feeling well. Today it's a little bit better. Now come on. Yes. I have to get rid of my lid under my palette. A little bit of black. And I need some pearl white. So the pearl white is not all white, but it's pearly white. The first layer is dried in a little bit. So I put a new layer over it. Hello, Chrissy. A little bit better, but I still have a sore throat, and I'm still a lot of coughing. And Will, his boss, he called today how Will was feeling. But yeah, Will, yes, all right. He's a little bit sniffy and a little bit coughing, but not like me. So we get all the grocery in the house, and Will is going to work on Monday until there are changes. What is going to happen with me? Otherwise, when it stays this way, like it is now, he is going to work, and if it gets worse, then he stays at home. He bring me some lemonade, cold lemonade, so it's good for my throat. Ah. Yes, he gave me nice colors yesterday. So I will gonna try that out. For my sky. And the nicest color that he gave me, that was the big bottle of Daleroni, and it's mid green, so you can use it for your grasses, for your trees, and it's 750 mil, so I like that. And how are you, Chrissy? How is the situation in England? Yes, the doctor said to me it's a normal flu. If you don't get um, issues with your temperature, but my temperature never rise. So for me, it's difficult to see if I have a temperature. I only have once I have a high temperature, uh, and that is when I was almost dying from, yeah, I don't know how you call that. Maybe I have to translate that because that was the only time that I have a high fever. Uh, I have to look. Peritoneal inflammation. That was the only time that I have a high fever. I want a little bit of that kind of purple. And no, okay, shops are bare. Schools closed on Friday and London is going on lockdown. Yes, that is what I saw this morning on the news, that London is going to lockdown. The Netherlands isn't totally, not totally in lockdown, but there are a lot of restrictions to keep distance from 1.5 meter from other persons, don't give hands and all those things. And yesterday there was a debate on the telly, and I think next week we are going in a lockdown also, because there are a lot of people that don't use those restrictions. We are in the this one I don't want. In the shops, a lot of shops, we are not allowed to pay with cash money anymore. We can only pin. So it's very difficult. But this morning I saw on the telly that the police and the fire departments uh, are preparing for the total lockdown. So I think uh, there will be a lockdown. I don't know when, but I I think it don't stay long like this. But we have to wait, Chrissy, and yes, we can only do what we were asked to do. But there are people that say, "Oh, I don't mind." Um, that are people that are only interested in themselves and not in the other people. Um, over here also, uh, they want to say to the elderly people, there are some shops in the Netherlands now that are uh, have opening times for the elderly people, because uh, the children are not allowed to go there to the parents or their grandmother. And now the shops will do special opening times for the elderly people, that they can go out, get some fresh air, and go in the shops. So they are trying to do that. Otherwise, they don't get out anymore. So it's a difficult time. I think I put too much white with retarder on it, because I get strange spickles on my canvas. Yes, need that to happen here also for the early when disabled. Yes, otherwise those people aren't going out to get some grocery. Those people need to eat too, in my opinion. Yes, with that brush, it goes better. Diana has a lot of trouble yesterday to uh, to go online. Um, she did in the afternoon the growth stream, and she kicked off 2 times by uh, by YouTube. It was so strange, and we saw only that she what YouTube tells. Uh, she didn't held her on the uh, things of YouTube. I don't know. It was so strange. And normally on Wednesday night, uh, Chrissy is of normally Gracie is painting, and that was I think also cancelled or not allowed. I don't know. Yes, it was very strange. She was on for about 3 minutes. Then my screen went black by everybody. The screen went black, and there was a notification that she didn't held her on the restrictions of YouTube. She logged in again, so we saw her, and I think it was about 1.5 minutes later, and she kicked off again. So it was very strange. And don't do anything illegal, in my mind. So I thought today I want to go paint, and I hope I don't uh, be kicked off. Yes, I like that color. Yes, that is what was posted. So I don't know if she changed something. I don't know. But I don't think so. She do it a long time now, and she know what the policy is. So I don't think that is the issue. Maybe she comes here a little bit later, so maybe she can tell us what's going on. I like that purpley color. There are little hairs from that makeup brush. I don't want that. Yes, that is the only thing that it could be. It was nice to see you this week with your painting in the daytime, and that Ian Harrods was with you because when I was live on my Facebook, he always popped in, and for me it was a long time that I see him. I'm making a little bit of a dapping uh, pattern in it. Because of the underlayer is very thick. But now with this brush, I get also a little bit of a texture in my sky. Yesterday I've been making thumbnails for all my videos on YouTube. I've put in all some thumbnails, not all of them yet, but there are some thumbnails already there. I want a bit of that gray. That gray, yeah. That's cloudy gray. But this morning I wanted to go further with making thumbnails, and Canva, there were no backgrounds. Maybe there is a bug or something. So I'm going to try that tonight, looking if the backgrounds are back. There were only one color backgrounds, but I want to try to find some backgrounds that incorporate the picture. Yes, that was a fun afternoon indeed. Did you have your shopping today, Chrissy, for your mother also? And how is your father after his falling? Uh, no shopping today. Nothing to buy. Yesterday yesterday morning, early in the morning, we did go um, to Hornbach to get a new fish pound, and he is lying in the garden now. So when Will is going to work, I'm gonna dig out all of my the old plants and put that on a large uh, plastic thing, so I can keep them and put them in later. And he have to put out a large bin from the attic, so I can put my fishes in there. Mm. And then I can dig in the new pond, because the other one is leaking. So if it don't rain, I have to put in water every time. Otherwise, the fishes are lying on the ground. put in some of that purple, purpley here. It's no purple, but a mauve. Mauve. Yeah, mauve. That's the only thing it's saying. It's like when you have it on your palette, it's a little bit like the color of a aubergine. And I want to dry my sky a little bit. So I can put out my so that you can't hear the noise. I like the structure in the paint. Wow, quiet. Yes, digging. The old pounds have to go out, and that's a pound. It's has its curves, and there are higher parts and lower parts, but there is a little crack in it, so it's losing the water. So when that one is out, the pound we have now, it's a square one, and so I must dig in a square hole, and I have to level him. That is the only thing, and I have one urn, big vase, where the water is coming out on the left side, and on the right side I have a square thing, and there is a fisherman is sitting next to it, and there comes also the water comes out of it, but his head is broken, so I got I will get rid of him, and I put a big vase I put on the right side on the rocks, so the water is better floating into the pond. And when everything is digged in, I can put the water in it, and I can put my plants back. And I have will have bought also three Japanese. S-dorns, aces, to get by the pound. I have one, and now I have two of three other ones. A red one and a yellowish one. And the red one, in the winter time, the stems of that tree will colorize from yellow to orange to red. So in the winter, you have also the color of that acer. And the leaves are coloring also. So I'm very excited for that. Have I got a reference for this painting, Chrissy? Yes, I have, but I don't think you can see it. But I don't want the sky that dark. I want it a little bit brighter. But this is the reference. It's the sky, uh, mountains, and in front of those mountains in the back there are very dark pine trees, and then lighter do this one, and the water will going down here. But you know, I never painted the same as the reference. I always put in my own thing. And now I can put in some more dry brushing. Uh, we have a modem for your television, for the television. And now, because of there are a lot of people sitting at home, the company where you have your internet and your things from, we get during the corona outbreak. It's nice for Will. We have 4 or 5 um, extra channels for films, and normally uh, you have to pay for that. But now for the coronavirus, they give it free. So that's a nice thing to do from that company, to entertain the people who are sitting home. 3 different channels, uh, premiere films, uh, family films, action films. Now that action films is something for Will, not for me. I still want to have a little bit of that that grays in here. Yesterday evening, we were watching the debate on the television from the Prime Minister. Um, one of the ministers fainted in that debate over the corona. He fell down because he was so tired. And he fainted behind his desk. Ah, oh well. So you can still see it. Now it's dry. I can better dry brush it. Now my background is a little bit dry. Yes, oh dear. This morning I was so much coughing that Will thought I was going to faint. I said to him, "Don't worry, I'll stay here." Yeah, you can talk easy. Yes, you can't do anything about it, so. And now with my asthma, it's far worse. And the inhalers that I use don't work as good as they should have. I want some. A little bit of that bluish in here too. Yes, for 5 days now. But Will is still smoking, so good morning, Anthony. How I'm feeling? Oh, a little bit better. Only sore throat and barking like a dog sometimes. But further, I'm okay. I still want to have some of that purpley in that sky. And I'm still keep smiling, Anthony. So I need a bit of that. Dry brushing. Because I want a bit of that purpley in there. Yes, and making paintings, Anthony, and try to entertain the people. And have chats with everybody. See you soon, honey. Have a nice lunch. Faten those hard lines a bit out. And I do that with, what color is it? A little bit of my Naples yellow. So the hard lines will be disappearing a little bit. Bit of my lemonade. Mm. Ah, nice cold. I only don't know how I shall put on my mountains. If I should do that with a palette knife or with a flat brush. I don't know yet. I think I do it with a flat brush. Emotion is missing from this art. What can we do? I see that Bruce is also are going to paint. And how long I'm here? Oh, 1 hour. So I'm going further, but I need another brush. I think I take this one for now, and I put out some of my new colors. that my lovely hubby gave me yesterday. First, I put in a very dark color, but I put some colors on my palette. This dark ochre looks a little bit like poo. Don't laugh, but that is what it like. So, the first thing what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, she just popped in. I saw that. Normally, I'm going to look by him. I want the other one behind. There. Now I made a mess. I think in here in the distance. I want one there also. And I think what I shall do is when I put on my other colors, that I use my palette knife. But for now, nou, ik heb nog een klein beetje, Wil. And I like this one is falling behind that because there are coming trees, pine trees in front of here, and larger pine trees here with my water. I think I'm gonna try it. Take my bucket. Take your bucket with my palette knife. Which one? I think I try to use my smaller one for now. I never use a palette knife. It's very rare. So it's only testing what to do. I think I use a thicker black paint for that, and that's Amsterdam paint. And I know. I will do it wrong, but I think I pushed too hard. And I think when the structure of that paint, when it's dry and you put over the other color, that it will be totally different. I have to look what time it is. Almost 3:30. So my doggies need to eat. in a while. So I'm going to wet my palette in a while. That I can go further tomorrow. And the reference photo that I used now, that is the photo that is coming on the thumbnail. But it's only a reference, so I'm not going to copy it. I want a bit of my line. I was forgotten to tape it. But that is a little bit of my guideline. Like that. It's a bit of my guideline. You're 6 hours. Yes, I know. I'm very fast, Anthony. So that's why I'm 6 hours ahead of you. Yes, we always have a big time difference. But I like the color of my sky. To wetten my palette. And the lid of my palette. So that I can close him very well. I have to clean later on my brushes. And in here, all my paints are beside of me. Look like a paint store. So this one I have to clean. These are my palette knives. They are going there. Yes, I like those sky colors. A little bit of that, like it purpley. It's a mauve. I never heard of that color. But I like it. I thought I want to try it. So tomorrow I'm going further with those mountains because I want to try to do it only with my palette knife. I never did that before. Yes, one time with my palette knife, but that wasn't quite so. I wasn't so happy with it. It didn't look great, but I still want to try it. And then uh, in this line, there will be a next line in here because from here is the water coming down. Dus from this part in front of the mountains, there are very dark pine trees in about this row here. And from here, the pine trees will be lighter. And there will be some, I don't know what it is, like some mossy green and some greens in the water. In here there will be some bushes, and this side, some of the mountains will disappear because where the dark pines ends here, there will be a, a row of pine trees that overlapping the dark pine trees to this side, and then in here I get a new row of pine trees, and some of those pine trees are in front of those mountains, but you will see a little bit of the mountains between the trees. So I hope what I want that I will succeed. So I want to thank you. Now it is a purpley with more red in it. Yes, yes, I thought so. And Will gave it to me yesterday, and I love that color. And in normal tubes, I didn't see it, but this is from Lucas Krill Studio. It's fine. Uh, Even kijken. Fine artistic acrylic color. Um, and he gave me also this one, Vert Medio, and matte green. And this one is from Daler Rownley. It's a middle green, and it's 750 mil. So I can paint a lot of trees, grass, bushes, and for in my mountains, he gave me um, also those from Lucas. It's a burnt sienna, um, Terra Sienna Nature, and this is a donker uh, brown ochre. Dus it's not ochre, but it's brown ochre. So I can use that in my mountains. So he was very, very sweet for me to give me that. Yeah, Lucas is a good brand. And in these bottles, there are 250 ml in them. So they are very large bottles. And look, they are normally made in England. But we were yesterday by Hornbach. It's yeah, where you can go for all your things for in your house, paint, wallpapers, everything, and they sell that there because here where I live in Rotterdam, they only have by the Walmart only the Amsterdam. And the Amsterdam is also a good brand, but they are uh, very expensive. And those from Lucas, they are nice priced. And this very large one from De La Rowley, um, they are uh, instead of the Amsterdam, because in this one is almost two times uh, what Amsterdam have, and those were only €6. So that was very cheap, and I use a lot of greens. So Will says, take a big bottle, it's better. So I hope you enjoy this 1.5 hour stream, and I will come back tomorrow when this underlayer of my mountains are dry. I can go further with all the other colors. Thank you, Anthony. Love you. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Um, I think also around 1 o'clock uh, Amsterdam time, 1 o'clock p.m. Amsterdam time. And I hope you enjoy your day. And please don't be sick. And love you all. Bye, everybody. Kisses for you, Anthony. Mwah. Yes, it's mm, yes, that's 7 o'clock New York Times. But you're always up early, so and I'm always around. Uh, wait at about 1.5, 2 hours. I'm painting, so When you get your coffee, I will be here.